Wow, I'll tell you, straight up, last night was a long night. Dealt with upgrading our servers and stuff, and kind of got me thinking a lot about this platform as a service argument, which that's the topic of today. I want to talk to you about platform as a service. We're going to talk about two examples, actually three examples. But so first, what is platform as a service? So we all know this thing called cloud computing, right? We all see it every day in the news, and all the cool, sexy kids showing up in fast cars are doing it. What is this? Well, there's four main categories, and I'll list the four categories, and we'll deep dive on one briefly. There's your Amazon kind of infrastructure as a service. So I'm going to get a box on a shelf somewhere, essentially. GoDaddy, Amazon, Windows, or Microsoft rather. A lot of major players in the infrastructure as a service arena. So that's infrastructure as a service. Next layer up, and the one that we'll talk a little bit more about in depth, is platform as a service. And what platform as a service is where someone else goes out and buys infrastructure as a service, layers a bunch of software and capabilities on top of it, and then sells it back to you, the consumer, to build upon, to move your things onto it, to enhance it. So here's boxes on shelves, storage, database stuff, etc., which database actually might slide into platform, but infrastructure as a service layer, you then add additional capability and software on it, and you get platform as a service. The next layer up is the one that I think a lot of people are familiar with, which is software as a service. So software as a service includes like Gmail, Hotmail, Google Drive, Google Spreadsheets, Salesforce.com, all these things where a whole system is packaged together on top of infrastructure you don't care about programming languages and systems that you don't care about, to yield a tool that you use as a service. So you pay for what you consume. In the case of Gmail and a lot of the other free ones, you don't pay anything. You are the product because they resell your data, but that's a topic for a different day. You pay for what you consume. It seems infinite, and it's on demand and widely available over the network. So that's what software as a service is. So, and again, so we have boxes on shelves, platforms that have the boxes on shelves and tools on to build other things that I want to build, and then software as a service where it's more of a holistic package on demand. Another layer on top of this that you don't see a whole lot out there, but in my corporate role I see a ton, is called BPaaS. And what that is it's business process as a service. Okay, and what this includes is you start thinking about in smaller companies, you might outsource HR payroll. And while this may or may not be a digital process or with a web interface and stuff, you still are consuming a business process as a service. You're paying someone else to manage your payroll. Another one might be background checks for HR. So you're not doing that, someone else is doing it on your behalf. Another that's pretty common, especially in large corporations, is travel. So you go to someone like a corporate version of Travelocity or Agencia or something like that, and they manage all your bookings, they manage all your expensing back to the company, etc. So that's the cool, sexy thing that companies like IBM, Accenture, HP layer on top of this other stuff, so they can kind of set themselves apart and say, "Ooh, look at us! We're doing business process as a service, so outsourcing." Anyway, so the three that you're probably most concerned about: infrastructure, platform, and software. So we're going to get into platform just a hair. So in platform as a service, think of it as we'll actually do this. So if I go and say I want infrastructure as a service, and we'll do platform as a service. Under infrastructure as a service, I go out and I get a Linux box, and I say I'm going to install PHP and MySQL and Apache and WordPress, for example. So say I want to blog. I go out and this is infrastructure as a service, so I go out and I buy that piece, and then I install everything else and maintain everything else all the way down myself. I do that, or I have scary bright people who do that for me, but I probably pay way more than I need to. So that's how infrastructure as a service works. Now, platform as a service would simply be, I go out and I say, I want a blog. You give me a blog. So you go to like Empower Network or WordPress.com, where WordPress.org is where you download the open source package and you install it yourself. WordPress.com is a service. That's WordPress delivering their capability as a service, as a platform. And now you get this, and then you customize it, and you have your blog. Someone else does all the care and feeding of all these other components, and you just worry about coming out and skinning your blog, customizing your blog, and then you type your content away, upload your videos, whatever. So another example. Let me talk briefly about another example of platform as a service. I'm going to talk about our text messaging platform. Another one would be, if you wanted to create a text messaging platform, you need to go and lease a gateway, right? So you need to lease this gateway, which connects computers with the mobile phone networks. Then you need to have all the computers that you need to support all that, and you need to have list management. My pen is not working all that well. Management. You need to do there's all kinds of additional stuff, all the way at keyword. You need to get a keyword, which alone, like cost to play, if you're doing all this stuff yourself, is at least $3,000 a month. Plus, that's for the gateway. That's just for the right to do it. You then layer on all the stuff about, okay, I need to create a website that can interface with that. I need to create a program. I need to get scary bright people in that can manage it for me. Blah, 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 blah. You get into several $1,000s a month to do something like this on your own. Essentially takes anybody besides Fortune 5,000 companies out of the mix. Now, if all of a sudden you say, hey, look, I'm going to use a shared gateway. So, for example, like our gateway is 90210. When you leverage this, you allow someone else to manage the gateway, the computers, the list management, all the tools, everything is just all rolled up into this. And then you go in and say, okay, I want a keyword. So, like, for example, we have the keyword impact at 90210. So we allow our customers, rather, to consume text messaging platforms as a service. So you come out, you say, I want Smashburger as a keyword. And so you would then have Smashburger at 90210. So then Smashburger. Or we'll just say Smash, just for simplicity. And you get a web interface to manage your list and send texts out, and so you even have the ability from certified cell phones to literally text into 90210 and be able to send an email or a text message out to your list. And so from this text messaging platform as a service, you can very easily just log in with your marketing copy, and then a little bit of magic, and poof, it goes out to all the mobile phones out there of your customers, and you can use this to drive real-time consumption. Which, by the way, if you want to know about real-time consumption, see my other video, my recent one on real-time consumption. So, which this platform's great for. But so that's how you think about this in terms of a platform. You can either go out and buy and set up all this stuff and maintain it yourself, or you come to someone like me and say, hey, rather than doing this $3,000 a month plus thing, for $200 a month, I want to have access to your platform as a service, and I want to get a keyword, and I want to be able to send out to unlimited people and unlimited text messages. So that's the advantage. Typically, you're allowing someone else to shoulder the risk of software upgrades and overall system maintenance and scale, and you're getting a little chunk of it. In this case, you may not have the keyword 90210, but you have a keyword on 90210 that is then shared. You don't have to worry about the platform. You don't have to worry about the costs and all that stuff. It's all, you're getting a little teeny piece that's on demand as much as you can consume. So anyways, that's platform as a service. Challenge is more businesses should think about this, and more businesses should try and leverage platform as a service rather than trying to build it themselves. If you have any questions or you have any suggestions, please let me know. The comment field down below. Use it. Send me a video, send me a text, sign up for Impact at 90210, whatever it takes. Reach out to me, and we want to help you be a rock star in your business. We want to help you drive revenue and grow that thing that you care so much about, that small that business that you try and build every day. So give us a call. Let us help you be a rock star. Consider platform as a service, and don't be strangers. Thanks so much.